Goodness. Hi everyone, my name is Helena and this is Kelly. Hello. And we've gone live a little bit early just to actually accommodate the moving around and shifting around as we do whenever we have a guest with us for our Facebook Live. So before I actually introduce Emma, you can see that that's Emma Hammond there. So hang on to that for a minute. For those of you who are joining us live, hello and welcome. For those of you who are actually watching this as a hashtag replay, please put hashtag replay because you know we love to know these things. And of course, the reminder is that both Emma, Kelly and I will be happily, tagged if you've got any questions if you're watching this not as the live, but indeed as a replay. So don't let that stop you asking questions because, the power is in the learning and the learning comes from the questions, which is how it works. So we always do a little bit of buzz in our business and our buzz really is very pure and simple. Today, we are actually talking about all things insurance.
Not in this live.
I was just going to
in our day.
I literally was going to say that. It's like, no. So in our day to day, because we work together and because we run a company together and we run other companies.
One day a week. Remember, we only work on this business every Tuesday.
That's exactly it. And so because of that, we wanted to make sure that we are absolutely set for any eventuality because preparing for the worst allows you to actually do your best on a day-to-day basis. So that's what we're doing. And the question, of course, within that to all of you, not that it's about this topic matter, but of course, the question for us is always, what business insurance have you got? By all means, tell us below, because it's an important thing that a lot of people ignore and shouldn't be ignored.
And we're updating all of our things like, the standard insurance if you're a speaker, author or coach, public liability, IP, but then also additional things like key man insurance.
Yep.
And, health insurance and all those types of things. We're having a big review day today. So that's the buzz in our business.
That's it. Because sometimes you do need to take care of the things that sit behind the business and run the business that allows you to be out sharing your message and doing your thing. So that's the buzz in our business at the moment. This is Emma Hammond. I'll get her to introduce herself properly in a minute because we're going to be talking about all things chatbots. But Emma, what's the buzz in your business?
Actually, following on from your conversation, I used to work in insurance.
Did you?
I did insurance for 10 years before I actually set up my own business.
Oh, we might come back to you after in chat with our insurance lady.
So that'll be 2 talks with you today.
So yeah, that's another conversation. But yeah, the buzz in my business at the moment, I went to an amazing event in London on Friday and it was just phenomenal. It was a women's only conference.
Oh yeah.
We saw it in the Connection Hub. Oh, say for anyone who's not in the Connection Hub, that's where the real conversation happens. Kelly's already shared a link.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. One of my friends, Deborah, set it up as a platform to kind of allow anyone, regardless of how large your following is or whether you're an experienced speaker, to actually get up on a stage and share their stories.
Yeah.
It's amazing that women had flown in from Italy and different places. I came over from Jersey and we all just got up and shared our stories. Just completely authentic, raw.
Nice.
Up until I actually walked on the stage, I had no idea what I was going to say. I didn't plan anything at all because I don't know, for me, it gives me more passion. I love the feeling of actually, obviously I have an idea of what my story is and the basics around it, but I don't write a script or anything. I kind of just get up there and I go with the feeling of the room and what I think or what aspect of my story I think might inspire them. But what I got from that event was really the power of storytelling. It was such an amazing event. I mean, I was sat there like crying, hearing all these women and we were just all connected, creating an amazing connection. And even though my business is chatbots and automation, I'm very much a digital marketer as well. And I think people just miss the power of connection and the power of storytelling.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Such an amazing event. Even in your chatbots, in your funnels, in your automation, you should be bringing this element in. So for me, it was like kind of what I need to do is go out there and share my story with more people.
And I think that's important, isn't it? Because you've even mentioned it there that some people think chatbots when they understand what they are, which we will explain today, guys. But when they understand the concept, they think it's quite transactional. But actually, it's a great methodology to actually put those little stories, case studies, those little trinkets of information that build a connection, emotional connection with your audience.
And that's actually what I was going to say, you know, sort of in terms of getting you to introduce yourself. What I love about what you've just said is one of the reasons, you know, because there are many people in our environment that know about chatbots, but one of the reasons that we've chosen you to actually help introduce the world of chatbots to everyone here is actually that you do work with story and personality and ensuring that it's not kind of rote, that it's actually not bland, but instead kind of on brand and on personality. So yes,
one of the things
eventually you'll get to
talk in a minute, right? One of the things that we might not touch on too much today, but when people do go and actually follow you and look at your brand, we liked you because you are a chatbot specialist,
correct?
Right? So it's not that you do this and 10 other million techie things. I mean, you can, but that is what you're known for.
Yeah.
But the other thing we liked about it is the fact that you've positioned yourself in this, associating yourself with sex, basically. You know, the theme around this.
Talking about it, I love doing it. Why not?
Why not, right? And sex sells, right?
Yeah.
I know that Kieran's saying hi. I'm sure he's going to perk up even more now. But it's the fact that you've actually got this brand and the way that you come across, which is going to be Marmite to some people, right? It's the methodology, it's the real unique selling point for you of how you come across and how you're using that marketing methodology, that theme, and associating that in your style and your story, right? So I know we won't touch too much about it, but that's one of the reasons why we brought you on.
And it is, it's you know, as speakers, authors, and coaches, there is this whole, we do our best to put people in front of you that demonstrate or role model some kind of the unique hook or the way in which we actually kind of draw to attention. So all of that said, we're going to be quiet for a moment whilst we're going to try. So Emma, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you became, like, who are you? How did you become a chatbot expert? And what's unique about your kind of offering, in your words rather than ours?
Yeah, so I started off, like I said before, as an insurance broker. I had a little boy, he's nearly 4 now, and then I was working at the insurance broker. I'd separated from his dad, so I'd become a single parent, and I was just like, oh my god, I need to make some money, I need to get out of this. I was suffering from like severe anxiety at the time. I couldn't even speak, couldn't get on the phone to people, couldn't even leave my house at some point without having an anxiety attack. So I started looking for ways to make money online. I'd been in network marketing and building direct selling. So I've been building my own businesses online for some time. And it actually got to a point where I was doing everything. I was juggling everything. I was stressed out. I was trying to run a business, look after a baby. And the company that I was with went bust. So I was just kind of like, fuck it. I'm going to set up my own business. I'm going to do this 100% by myself. I've got the skills. I know what I'm doing. I've been marketing online for a couple of years now. I'm just going to go out there and just do it completely on my own. Nice. But I needed a way to be able to fit everything in the small time slots that I had. What I was doing wasn't working. Doing all the marketing myself, doing all the admin myself, writing all my content.
Had that before.
My clients, I didn't have enough hours in the day. I actually ended up getting Bell's palsy, because I'd like, I got to one point where I was like really stressed out trying to juggle everything. I got Bell's palsy. I was in hospital for a week whilst they did scans on my brain and everything, and that was like a wake-up call. Emma, there's got to be a better way to do this. You do not have to do it yourself. So I started looking for ways to automate my business processes, and that's when I discovered Chatbots. That was about 2 years ago now. And started implementing that and a few other tools to automate the processes in my business. And it just completely transformed the way that my business ran and the amount of time that I could spend with my kid. So that was kind of like, right, you need to share this with other people. You need to tell as many, especially mums as well, that are in the same situation as me, trying to juggle everything. But I think anyone in a business, I think the success is in realizing that you can't do every single thing by yourself. You can't help everyone that you want to be able to help, because there just aren't enough hours in the day. So that's where it was born. I built up my own agency, started outsourcing, finding some chatbot experts, and other automation experts so I could outsource tasks to people and grow and scale my business. So the process very much started off with automating what I could automate and then outsourcing what actually
it's great
done by a human. And
it's
been amazing. I only work like 20 hours a week now.
Great.
Amazing.
Spend the rest with my little boy.
I'm sure many people are like, yes, please tell me more.
Well, you know, sort of, and so before we talk about the chatbots, I just want to honor that and really say that that's exactly what we continuously say to our speakers, authors, and coaches that are inside our membership, that we support on a day-to-day basis, is that you may not know, you might go and stumble on a thing that becomes your passion, that allows you to develop that into an offering that the world needs or wants, and usually both, that you never saw coming even a year before, which is why that whole always be listening piece is so vital.
We interviewed Imogen from her VA agency a couple of weeks ago on Facebook Live. And it was exactly the same.
Came out of her need.
She was in recruitment. She saw this need as the VA, like you saw the chatbots, and then she's made a whole business and agency from that. It was never what she set out to do either. But again, it really, she was the same as you, burnt out. But rather than finding an automated system, she found a VA. And then, you know, did that sort of thing. So really similar stories, and we appreciate you sharing that. But there are going to be some people that are watching this going, I still have no idea what the heck they're talking about. So can you tell people that are new to this world, what is a chatbot? How do you use it? And what's the unique sort of offering with your services?
Well, there's two different types. There's like a web-based chatbot. Which is run solely on a website. So you go onto a website and people enter questions, it sends automated replies. So that's one method.
And so with just on that one, would that be something like Zendesk?
Yeah, something similar. There's loads of tools and apps. That is not something that I am an expert in.
No.
So I'm just going to say I'm a ManyChat expert. So that's the tool that I use. And ManyChat is the Facebook Messenger chatbot.
I'm going to put some links in here for people as well. So I just put the Zendesk one in, but I'm going to do the ManyChat one as well. You carry on talking.
So ManyChat is the best tool. I've tried a few different ones, and this is a tool that allows you to send automated messages from your Facebook Messenger business page. Very simply. Brilliant. You don't have to be there. It just does everything on an automated basis.
Yeah. Awesome. So what, give us an example when let's focus on the ManyChat, the Facebook one, for example. Give us an example of why people might use them, how people might use them, not so much the technicality, but when you're saying it saved you all this time.
What problems does it solve?
Or what scenarios can people use it in?
The firstly is inbound inquiries. So you've got a Facebook business page, you have someone message your business page. The chatbot will come into place to automate that whole process. So you can ask frequently, you can answer frequently asked questions, for example. You can say, here are my different offerings. Here's how you connect with me. You can integrate your call booking system and have a little button that says, do you want to book a call in with me? So whatever inquiries you get coming in through your business page, you can automate that whole process, and it will just give people that information. There's buttons they can click on. They can click on a button saying, what are your services? It will send them a new message detailing what are their services. You can click on a button saying, can I book in a call? Can I go to your website? So whatever questions that people normally ask you or that you want to send them to or take them through, you can also have something in there whereby you actually give them something for free, like a lead magnet or a freebie, and you can collect their email addresses as well. And
so basically what you're doing is you're forcing them into a user journey that you want them to take. Because at the moment, I mean, Facebook itself, hasn't it, when you've got a page or whatever, you can set it up that when someone messages that page, Facebook will also provide an automated response. But it's one cookie cutter. And you can just one response,
it's not a sentence that may not be right for everyone, right?
And so that one is normally you would use, we only respond within 24 hours, not over the weekend, so people can set expectations. But it's not like
It's not interactive.
And it's not targeted as well. So you might have, if you've got a launch going on, your message that time would be to opt into that launch sequence, you know, as you said, opt in, get the download, go onto an email nurture campaign. And does it, this is the question, does it integrate with your CRM system?
Yeah, it integrates with all sorts.
Right.
Not always necessarily directly, but there are tools out there. So like I use Zapier. So if there isn't if there isn't a direct connection from ManyChat to your other systems, you can use Zapier, which just connects them basically. It sends the data automatically from ManyChat to wherever you're sending it. So for example, to subscribe someone to your mailing list, ask them for their email address, just automatically sends the data over and subscribes them to the mailing list.
Yeah. And I think the thing I like most about it is that actually you are now at the stage where you're not being reactive, you're being proactive about actually setting the direction of whatever it is that you are focused on. And so for us, that's actually why, you know, we want to introduce this world to people, to speakers, authors, and coaches, because again, you want to be sharing your message as widely as possible and with as many as possible most of the time. So this is one of those ways of doing it that allows you to begin a conversation, that allows you to give a taste of yourself to somebody. So we definitely, chatbots are definitely an area that people go, ooh, and then go,
because it's technology, right?
Yay, I love the idea, but oh my goodness me. So in the course of the sort of looking at the Connection Hub, every now and then a conversation rears its head, and we've also kind of asked and trawled for people. So there are, you know, I'm going to give you a smattering of the kinds, and maybe you can answer some of those questions as we sort of go. That might be helpful. So some of the common questions that we've seen or that people ask us are, you know, what platforms can I use it on? I'm mainly on LinkedIn, or I'm on Facebook. I'm on, you know, can I use it on my website? So that's one of the types of questions that we do. So what's your answer to that?
You can use it anywhere where your audience is going to have a Facebook Messenger app. So where if you think about somewhere like LinkedIn or Instagram, it's likely that they're going to have Facebook Messenger on their app. So you can still use it on other platforms, because you can create an opt-in link. So it's like someone signing up to a mailing list, for example. So you can create a specific campaign list within ManyChat, and you can share this link with people on any platform. But obviously people are only going to go through it if they have a Facebook account. But you can share it anywhere. You can also get a widget to put on your website, so you can have a little ManyChat widget on your website where, you know, a little chat box pops open.
Nice. And is that only for WordPress websites, Han, that the ManyChat is?
Yes, that's right. WordPress.
So another reason to go to WordPress websites.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I only work with WordPress websites. I always
same here,
my clients to have WordPress, so I don't really use other platforms.
Yeah. I mean, there might be a way that maybe I don't think
there possibly is for other ones. It's just not something that I've come across.
Fair enough.
Because I think if you're building a personal brand, probably WordPress is the best platform to do.
Yeah, from that control and flexibility and kind of movement in directions. You know, we want something that builds in as much flexibility as possible. WordPress is the way. Yeah. So one of the other common kind of questions or misconceptions almost is about okay, so can I use my chatbot on my Facebook group, on my page, on my personal profile? Where does it sit? Am I allowed to have more than one? All of that.
Yeah, so you can use it wherever you want. So I'll give you an example of using it in a group, for example. So everyone joins your group, you have a welcome post. Within my welcome post, I would say, guys, if you want to sign up to updates, find out when I'm going live, or you want to grab a lead magnet freebie, click on this link and you'll be able to sign up to my chatbot and get updates. So that's something that I promote regularly in my group, so that people, if they want to, they can be notified when I do a weekly live in my group. You can remind people about events. Same works really well for actually membership sites. So if people have a membership site, might go into that a bit more in a bit. In terms of using on your personal profile, this forms a huge part of my strategy and that of my clients as well, because I'm very much for promoting organically. And although you can't sell directly on your profile, it's an incredible tool for building your personal brand, networking, getting your message out there, and it can be used as a great funnel entry into your funnel. So I might post something like, for example, comparing a chatbot funnel to an orgasm, right?
As you do.
As you no, hang on a minute. As Emma does.
I find them very much connected, you know. You have to warm up. You can't just it's the same with funnels. You can't just go straight in there and say, buy my shit right now. I'm not going to do that. So it's very much connected for me. So I might put a post up like that, for example, and then I'll go, well, if you want your own climatic chatbot, then here's a link for my template, you know, get a freebie, and I'll actually put that in the post or in the comments below. And I'm not selling, it's perfectly fine on Facebook, but you need to be putting content out there regularly for obviously.
And just caveat this, because what Emma's talking about, I know this is a discussion in the Connection Hub when someone was talking about changing their banners to actually have business stuff on your personal profile. So, you know, it was changed, Facebook laws, you know, quite a while ago, that actually you're not allowed to sell, as Emma's saying, on your personal profile. So you can get your personal profile shut down if you use your personal profile for business. So this is a nice, and a lot of people have done this, Emma. They've built up this 5,000 friend following on their personal profile before they built their brand or their page. And they're like, I've got 5,000 people sitting here. It's really engaged. A chatbot is a really nice way of actually having some content and then migrating them forward, right? So it's a nice strategy.
You can deliver the content to everyone for free. So I've got like a really nice sequence. They come in, it talks them through ManyChat, how to use it, the basics of it. Here's your template, and it talks them through step by step in the chatbot how they actually upload it, and then it gives them a nice little video. So it delivers all that content and it goes through the process automatically. All I have to do is what I do every single day, just post content. Live or a post, and then just make sure I've got a call to action in there to tell people.
Amazing.
And then let me just ask that, I'm going to butt in a tech question on when they've opted in, where is the actual messaging coming from the actual chatbot? This is some of the things. So does it come from your page profile or your
messages are sent from your business page?
Right. Okay.
Messages.
So you have to have a business page.
You have to have a business page. You don't necessarily have to have a huge amount of likes or loads of engagement on your page, but I would say you have to have a page, and you do have to post some content frequently, not necessarily every single day, but I would advise you to have some content on there and have it set up in a way so that people know what you do. And
it's like a bookmark of all of who you are.
People worry about how many likes they have on their page. It's not relevant at all.
Nick's loving chatbots.
Yes,
he obviously must have one.
And
then Kieran's asking, how do you get over apathy over chatbots?
I have a question for Kieran around that. It's like, do you mean so Kieran, do you mean you as a user and experiencing kind of having apathy around it, or apathy of you putting it into your business? Because it could be either.
Just clarify that for us.
We clarify before I ask? So I'll ask a question whilst he's getting back to us. So does a chat box cost money?
No. Well, you can start it very basically for free with nothing. There's ManyChat have a free version, so you can start up for free. ManyChat even have a very basic free course. So
nice.
The basics as well. So you can start for free, but then if you want to upgrade, which I would recommend that you do because you get incredible features, it's $10 a month.
So it doesn't break the bank,
really
does it? $10 a month. And it doesn't go any more than that, does it?
It goes up depending on the number of subscribers you have. So if you go up to like 1,000 subscribers, it might go up to like $20.
But again, by that time, hopefully your chatbot's doing its job.
You're making money from your chatbot if you do it well. But then obviously, if you don't have the time to learn the skills to build one yourself, then you may have to pay someone to build it for you. So
which for my money is all is always a good thing, because it's like, you know, so most of the speakers, authors and coaches that we have are usually either time poor or money poor. So, you know, you do one, you know, sort of that's your DIY option. You do the other one, you go, that would be useful for the business. Give it to someone who knows what they're doing.
Kieran's responded to
okay. So Kieran's saying, looking at it from the public end of things, they see a chatbot and get turned off. So how do you deal with that? How do you build your chatbot so that they interact with it rather than go, oh God, it's a chatbot?
Mine are very much an extension of me. So I bring my personal brands in, and it's the same with my clients. I would not think about it as a chatbot or a robot. I would just think about it as a way to get your message to more people at the same time. So you'd use exactly the same messaging, exactly the same language as you would talk to people normally on your Facebook, as you would put out in your content. So a lot of people disconnect a little bit and they think that they have to talk in some kind of robotic business as soon as they get into a chatbot, but just as if you're having a conversation with someone in Messenger.
So I do have a question around that, because of course, you know, sort of in today's wonderful analytical world, can you see the stats on which of your messages working or not, in that sort of sense? Can you see when somebody starts to go,
once you've created a specific flow, an opt-in or a campaign or a specific message, you can see exactly how many people have received it, how many people have opened it, and how many people have clicked on it if you've got a button on there. So it tracks, and ManyChat have actually just upgraded their analytics, so they're always upgrading everything. So you can tell exactly what's working, what isn't, and then you can tweak it.
See, I think that's brilliant, because that then kind of helps you to understand what's landing and what's not. So the more personality, as you say, that you put in, the easier it then becomes.
And Kieran, like we say with anything, right? The more you know your avatar and the pain points, and the more you're adding value rather than just like any email nurture opt-in. If you start selling the minute they've opted in and not adding any value or building that connection, then anyone's going to get turned off, right? Doesn't matter whether it's a chatbot or an email nurture or whatever it is.
Exactly.
So make sure that you're tracking, make sure that you're knowing your avatar and you're giving them whatever they want and the questions and the pain points you're solving, and add value before you start selling, and then they shouldn't really be turned off. But I do have an additional question, because when I
you knew, so when we preset this meeting up with Emma, we were there for ages, like
it's just giving me permission to
I know.
So one of the things that I've seen a couple of people, and this is a couple of years ago, I saw when chatbots were, you know, really not new, but they're actually
coming into
using them. People were actually saying that they were making out that they were live as their chatbot. And there's somebody that was on stage. Somebody was on stage and they'd done this, and at the same time that they were delivering on stage, somebody was actually talking to them, and it was making out it was her, right? And they're like, well, it's not you, because I can see you're actually delivering on stage at the moment. So the inauthenticness went completely, because that person was making out that they were always on and they were responding, it was them. So what's your view around, some people, I think a lot of people have logged on to this now, but some people name their chatbot like a mini version of them, or they give it a character or whatever it might be.
I've got a Barry the bot.
So give us a little bit about that. How do you get across by actually telling people that this isn't me live, but I am doing this, this is my bot who's going to help you, you know, guide you in the right direction so you get what you need. But also, should you give it a personality of its own, or should you just have it as an extension of you? How do you deal with that?
I think it depends on you and your personal brand and what suits you, really. I've got a couple of clients. I mean, there's two ways to go. You can either give the chatbot its own little personality, and I think that works really well if it's a company. For example, or a consultancy or an agency or something like that. That works really well, because the chatbot has its own little unique personality. But I think sometimes for personal brands, it can, or it depends. You can probably get away with more stuff if your bot has a depends on your personal brand.
Yeah.
Sure.
For example, if you've got a personal brand that is quite strict and business-like, and the stuff that you might be scared of saying normally, you can probably get away with it a little bit more.
When I was explaining
a little bit cheekier.
Yeah, well, this is it. So I was
I'm a bit worried about her chatbot now. It's going to come like a whip or something.
Have you not signed up to it yet? How fun. No, so I was explaining this, like, you know, sort of, I think a good way to think about this for all of you, you know, sort of like, whether you do the paid version or the free version, you know, sort of, this is an employee. The bot absolutely is an employee that you give directions to, that goes out and does its job, right? You know, sort of, it's that. It's just that it happens that you write the messages, and it then does some magic. So I'm just going to get you to unpick that bit. Is that what happens? Like, do I write the messages and then it sends them out? What happens?
Yeah, we write the content, or you write the content, or the chatbot builder actually writes the content, presets the messages in ManyChat, and then that will just go out there and send them on an automated basis.
Nice.
But,
and how quickly can I change it? Like, you know, if I have a new campaign and that sort of thing.
Oh, instantly. You can switch them off as well. So you can switch off each individual one straight away. So if you want to make some edits or changes, you can switch off each campaign, set it to active. But it updates immediately. So if you go in to one of the messages and just think, oh no, I've got a spelling error, or just want to change a little tiny bit, it will update immediately into the funnel. So as soon, and it saves automatically as well as you're going along and building. So if you've got a campaign that's live, you can edit it whilst it's live as well. And
amazing.
Then immediately go into play.
And so what we're saying here is that you can have as many different sort of campaigns as such that are running simultaneously, that have different entry points.
Sky is your limit. You can have as many as you want.
Right, and that's the same as like email nurture campaigns. But the reason why, you know, when I've run ManyChat campaigns before, the thing that shocks me the most is the comparison to the open rate and conversion rate in comparison to emails.
Agreed.
So we've set these funnels campaigns up where you've got an opt-in, and then you've got an email nurture campaign, and then, you know, a conversion at the end. And all throughout that, you're tracking opt-in, click-throughs, all that, which you're doing in ManyChat. But because the thing, and I think this is a psychological thing, in my Facebook, I could have on a day 100 emails come in, and I will get through those 100 emails averagely every day, but they go to the last part of the day.
Like the inbox messages,
for my emails.
From your emails.
So I have like 100 and I'll get through them, but they'll wait to the end of the day. What really bugs me is that little one in my Facebook personal message thing.
Yeah,
I have to get rid of it. Right?
You have to click on it.
I have to click on it. I can leave emails to the end of the day, but I've got one sitting here right now and it's bugging me, right?
I'm really, really, really good at not doing that.
But my psychological
unless you actually switch Facebook Messenger off and delete it off your phone, you like compelled to check it out.
But do you find this with your clients, that the open rate is so much higher on using ManyChat than it is for emails?
Yeah, the average open rate is 80 to 90%.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, right?
Or,
you're doing really well in an email campaign if you're like 40% open rate. If you're like 80 to 90, this is like...
It's gold.
Yeah, but what I want to say as well, chatbots isn't instead of email marketing.
No.
They are both parts of the puzzle. So chatbot nurture sequence is very much the start of the journey, then a great way to capture their email addresses and then continue nurturing via email.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because it should all form part of, a digital. They're all different pieces of
course.
Yeah, and I wouldn't ever recommend just doing one or the other.
No, and nor do we.
so give us some context. I know you mentioned one before, but so for speaker, because obviously that's who we serve as speaker authors and coaches, and I know that they're pretty much your avatar as well.
Yeah.
And what are some scenarios? Can you contextualize where people might be using a ManyChat bot, for example? Give us 2 or 3 different scenarios.
I'm going to talk about processes that don't involve marketing at all.
Oh wow, okay, that might prep some people's ears up.
Hang on a minute, right?
People think about bots, they just think about sales funnels, and I kind of want to open up people's eyes to exactly what else you can do with it.
Okay.
So call booking or appointment booking. So you can have a specific bot just to manage all your appointments and existing clients. For example, new clients, inquiries, you can have it all built out in one chatbot.
So give us an example of that. I know you said before you might have the link, which might be like your acuity scheduling to book the appointment.
Yeah, so
then what happens afterwards, after they've booked the appointment? How do they use ManyChat to keep that going?
So you can have different, so you could have different opt-in links, for example, one for existing clients, one for potential clients, for example. Yeah. So what the chatbot will do is the chatbot will actually ask the pre-qualifying questions in the bot. Nice. And then you integrate it directly with your scheduler. So my main tool is Acuity. I love Acuity. So you can integrate it so that it pre-populates the form in Acuity. So it actually asks everything in the bot, pre-populates the form, books them in, will send a confirmation message to them, and then also a reminder message with the Zoom link actually in their messenger as well.
No way.
Yeah, that really cuts down on no-shows as well. If you actually get a message saying, hey, you've got a call in an hour, here's the Zoom link, don't forget it.
I am now uber excited. I had no idea that those two integrated like that.
Some people don't know this, but we're actually building our bot with Emma. So we're now going, now we know what we're going to
do. No, we have to focus on insurance today.
Oh.
Focus. But we are both uber excited.
I mean, that just helps. I mean, we're talking about VA.
Yeah.
That is basically doing the job of a VA,
I said
I have my VA that all my inbound inquiries that come into my personal profile inbox, she just checks, because I have them coming in every single day. And if I message all them individually, all she does is she replies to them messages with my chatbot call booking link.
Wow.
I don't even have to do that bit. She just scans through my inbox, sees which ones are inbound inquiries, people, and she'll just message them saying, here's a call booking link, you just book on that, and then the bot takes them through, so I do nothing.
That's amazing.
And just my calls are booked up for the week, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Like seriously, that's efficiency personified.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one example. That's client coaching booking.
My personal bot's going to be called Efficient Eddie. I'm telling you.
That's an amazing idea.
Okay, give us another scenario.
Another scenario, client onboarding.
Okay.
So I can built out a lot of onboarding processes. I'm actually going to start doing it for myself, especially for this program. I'm going to have an onboarding bot for a specific program. So it's just a matter of you get a new client, they get a link, and the link will take them through everything that they need to do. So the chatbot can talk them through the whole process. Okay, so you're on my group program. Here's the link for the group that you need to be in. And you give me your email address so that I can make sure that you get the relevant emails. That's all hooked up and connected. Here's a PDF with frequently asked questions that you might want to know about me. Just take whatever your onboarding sequence, you can just take them through everything step by step.
So we could do this with our membership site, right, Emma? So if somebody comes on board with a membership, we have a Facebook group associated with our wish list membership, but that could actually help them know like when the module's available.
Yeah, and then once they are subscribed to that specific link, you can then schedule regular messages to go out to them. So if it's for a specific program or a membership, you can shoot them out a message, say you've got a group call or whatever's on the agenda for the week.
I'm not going to be able to focus on insurance today.
Oh my God. Like seriously.
So you'll see it implemented when I run through my program. It'll onboard you into the program. It'll send you reminders. So yeah, you can build them specifically out just for accountability for clients as well. So if you've got a program membership or even a client that you're working with on a one-to-one basis, that will give them a nudge each week. Have you done your homework? Have you watched the training? Have you done?
Oh, the people in Changemaker Central just not. They're not going to be happy with
even like little motivation.
No. Hang on a minute. Hang on. They're not going to be happy with Emma. We're just going to transfer all that stuff through to Emma. They're not going to be happy with Emma. They'll love us still.
I mean, what we want is for people to actually complete our programs, because then that's when you start getting incredible testimonials.
Yeah, it's great.
And accountability is really important. So to have a bot in place that actually does all that for you.
my hope for everyone watching is that you are riding on the back of our excitement, because as a speaker, author, or coach, this will revolutionize your world. So there are things that you consider in, as business owners, we have so many decisions to make on a regular basis, but we only have, as Kelly and I consistently try and tell you all, you have finite time, energy, resources, money, and skills. And so anything that you can do that allows you to stay connected and indeed reach more people as a speaker, author, or coach, as a change maker, as someone who's wanting the world to be a better place through your knowledge, this is just a no-brainer. Like, I really hope you're all getting that. That's me off my soapbox and like.
And I know we've been going for 40 minutes, Emma. So
yeah.
I know if we weren't signed up, we would be signing up again.
Truly.
Tell people how they can connect with you, how they can work with you, and also how you can help. Because I know one of the questions that often you get is like, how do I get started? And you've got a great resource for them, haven't you?
Yeah, if you want to just get started, get set up right away for free, I've got a free template. So you don't even have to build it yourself. I've already built it for you.
Amazing.
Get straight in. It is a template for the paid version of ManyChat, because I don't do basic. I like to get people results, even if it's a freebie. I want them to be able to implement it straight away. So it is for the $10 a month for ManyChat. You click on the link, it's my chatbot. My chatbot will tell you what you need to do to.
Nice.
I've been through this sequence. I have been through that one.
Nice.
So yeah, the chatbot will tell you what you need to do, how to set up your ManyChat, how to set up your ManyChat account. We'll give you the template, tell you how to install it, and also how to actually edit it to make sure it's got your own content in and that you've personalized it as well. So if you want to get started right now, you can do that. If you want to get in contact with me, then just shoot me a message to my personal profile.
Yeah,
tagged in this, I believe.
And you're in the Connection Hub as well.
Yeah.
So please, anyone tag Emma in this video if you've got follow-on questions. I've put the link to your website. I know currently at the moment, what will be February 2020. It's just having a bit of an upgrade. It's still accessible, but there's some things that are changing. But you've also got something else that we're excited about.
We're excited about on behalf of all of speakers, authors, and coaches, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've got my program, which has been the culmination of the last 2 years of me being an expert in chatbots, and also making a load of mistakes, right? So you don't have to do it. Finding out the best strategies to actually use with chatbots. So it's starting on the 20th of February. I'm really excited. But essentially the program is to not just teach you how to build the bot yourself, because a lot of people can't be bothered doing this. They don't have the time. I'm trying to help people save time. So I'm not going to save you time by giving you hours and hours and hours of work to do. So I've pre-built all of the templates for everyone that joins on the program. So you get a full funnel template, for a full sales funnel template. You get your appointment booking templates. You get your accountability bot template. You get a template to run Facebook challenges. Facebook challenges are huge at the moment.
Yeah, they are.
Template for that, and also client onboarding template. So
it's like a ready-made business 101.
So ready-made automated system in a box that you just have to go in and obviously update your content. But as well as that, I'm running through the strategy. So there'll be 4 weeks. There's no point in having a chatbot if you're not going to go and use it. And it's very much, you still have to be visible. You still have to content market, you still have to put your content out there. So it's teaching you the strategies and how to actually combine what you're doing already, or what you should be doing already, if you're building a personal brand, and how to combine that with the chatbots, how to run challenges, how to run launches and campaigns, both organically and paid. So I'm going to have a Facebook ads week as well. So whichever. I've not started doing Facebook.
I'm very excited. We're very excited to be part of it. But what I do want to say is that I know it starts on February the 20th, but there isn't many places left, right? Because it's a group coaching program.
Yeah, group coaching program. So if anyone does want any more information, I've already got like 5 calls this week for people that want to.
So filling that application form if you want to do it like now, because there's not many spaces left, and
truly
we'll probably hog all of her time on it anyway.
No, we'll make some room for people. Which is really good. Emma, we absolutely, as I'm sure everybody can tell, we could talk to you for hours and hours, and we're not going
as well. I get
yeah, that's right. But we are just so very grateful for the eye-opening kind of information that you've given to everybody, because I think it is one of those things where, like I say, chatbots, ooh, you know, kind of thing. So that you've taken away some of the mystique and hopefully intrigued people, and you all watching this, whether live or in the replay, get why this would be a brilliant new addition to your business as a speaker, author, or coach. So just many grateful thanks, babe.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And we look forward to seeing you on February 20th.
Yes. Exciting stuff. Right.
Have a great week, everyone. See you later. Take care. Bye.